You Talk family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D with another live show where you talk. And y'all know how we start off every show. Even though this is the You Talk winning at the game of life tonight, it ain't no me. Without you, baby. What's going on, everybody? This is the special edition of You Talk winning at the game of life. And tonight, I got some people that's gonna come on. They're actors, they're into the TV, and they're gonna talk about all of the things that they got going on. And like I say, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about home ownership, and we just gonna have a good time tonight. They're from Orlando, Florida. They're down there from where I'm from, Florida, man. Y'all already know. So I'm gonna bring them in, and I want you to give them a warm welcome. We got Pavi, Vega, and CK Mulfort. We're gonna bring them in the building, man. You Talk family. Let's give them a round of applause. Pavi and CK, how y'all doing tonight, man?
Doing good. How you living, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Like I say, you guys, we just wanted to bring you on. We like what you guys are doing. There's a lot of people out here that want to get into what you're doing. And won't you start off by telling people, your name, just give them a little backdrop on who you are and what you got going on, where you're from. And Pavi, I'm gonna start with you. You the ladies first. Let's do it.
Yeah, my name's Pavi. I've been in Florida, since I was 6 years old. So I guess I can claim I'm a Florida girl. I'm technically a Florida girl, right? With an island background, I gotta come from a Jamaican mother, Puerto Rican father. I was a former athlete for Rutgers University. I ran track. I was actually the seventh in the state of Florida in 2006 for the 100 meters, and I think seventh as well for the 200 meters. So I was fast, not so much now. But now I've started on my journey with acting in 2015, and I have been grinding and working on that ever since.
Most definitely. Talk to me, CK.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? My name is C.K. with Kenny Mulfort. I'm a writer, director, filmmaker. I've been doing that now I've been writing for about 10 years now, but I've been actually getting into filming itself for the last 2.5, 3 years. What I mean by that, picking up the camera on my own. Before that, I've been working I worked on a bunch of sets. I used to actually live in Atlanta as well. I worked on The Walking Dead, Single Ladies, The Blind Side when I was out there. I also worked with the NFL Network when I was there. Man, yeah, I was doing my thing. So yeah, I went to the University of Florida. I'm originally from Miami. Yeah, so I'm a big U fan as well, probably bigger than you.
Y'all see? That's my boy.
But and so yeah, now now I took some time out to do some work. You know what I mean, in the past years. I mean, going back to because I got my degree also in telecommunications, so I went back into IT, started working, but now I'm going full throttle with my writing career.
Most definitely. And to touch on that, I see that you wrote some scripts for one of my favorite shows as well, man. Actually, my wife turned me on to it, man. I love it, man. Insecure. Like,
Okay.
how did you get involved with that project?
No, so that was this is these are spec scripts. So the way it worked with in the business, you would write episodes, you submit it. It's almost like a part of your portfolio. So yeah, that script that you saw was what I turned into Insecure, to be a writer on their show. So I didn't actually fully write an episode for it, but yeah, I was really into that show along with a bunch of other shows. The only show that I ever really actually wrote for was the show called Hung. But as soon as that was back in 09, 2010, but they got canceled on pretty much after we got picked up. But yeah, so that's where that's my extent and experience.
Okay. And my co-host just joining us. He was running a little late. I'm gonna bring him in. His name is Larry Frank Jr. Larry, we have Miss Pavi Vega and CK Mulfort in the building. How you doing tonight, brother?
What's going on, man? Pardon my lateness.
That's good.
Work. Can't outdo work.
You know,
So, but we here. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So Pavi, talk to me. Honey plus lemon. I've been seeing this all over the internet. Talk to us. Give us a little bite drop on what's going on with honey plus lemon.
Wow. So honey lemon was an idea that I came up with. And of course, as soon as I thought about it, I had to talk to my friend here. And I was just like, look, it's during the pandemic time. So it's like, wait, what did you tell me? Like, if you're not, progressing or growing during this pandemic, since you have the opportunity to chill out, what are you doing? So I came up with the idea. And the first thing I did was call him and say, hey, what do you think about this? And he loved it. So from there, we started doing some storyboarding, and then it grew from there. He took the opportunity to write it. We've been working on this for about 2 years now. Is that about 2 years? Yeah, about 2 years, and it has just blossomed from, from the writing stage to picking up the actors to getting a director, Wes Miller, on it to what it is now. It's just been a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. You got something, Larry?
No, I'm just coming in. I'm just taking it all in right now. I'm just happy to see, people doing their thing and getting into the arts and entertainment industry. I mean, so many times you hear about people thinking that you can only get involved via the music business or being an athlete, but I think too many times that the actual acting sector and being in the arts from there, a lot of people don't look at it like that. So I mean, it's just I'm just in awe right now because it's just a great feeling to see, talented, people just doing their thing, in that industry,
Yeah, and we're also learning a lot as we go. So I worked on a lot of production sets, major production, like I said, The Walking Dead. But when you're doing things of your own, you still have to learn along the way. So there's things that is progressing, and a lot of people who know about the movie, film industry, TV business, they know it's like a really tricky business. It could be overnight success, or it could take 10 years. So. But nowadays, with platforms like Tubi and All Black, and even somewhat of Clio TV, you could do it on your own. So it's always about picking the right platform to promote to showcase your stuff. So at this point now with Honey Lemon, we're taking all the steps to get to that point where we can show it to executives, whether it be a producer, showrunner, or a network, a studio, take it on. Even having the script go through competitions. So these are certain things we're taking to make sure that this becomes a success.
Is it easier with the day and age with social media being able to promote your craft? Because in the past years and stuff before the dawn of social media, it seemed like it was a lot harder to be noticed as an actor or an actress or whatever. You really had to probably get noticed in Hollywood. But now these days with social media, you can really promote yourself. Do you find that social media, that aspect, makes it easier to promote your brand?
Yeah, so I think with social media, it definitely helps. But the way this is working is a little different. We are trying to get this to the maximum top level. So I think we want to start from the top and work our way down. So the way what that means is we get Honey Lemon in the eyes of executive producer and try to get on to like Netflix, FX. These are our aim. Now, if it does come down to where we have to produce it ourselves, we can produce it ourselves. We can do all 8 episodes or however many episodes we have, and then at that time we can utilize social media to promote the content. But as of right now, social media will not. The only thing we can do, and which we are doing and utilizing social media, is to get in contact with people. So I tell everybody now, social media is like the yellow book, of the back in the day. So it's no longer, you don't really need the internet too much. Like when I mean internet, you can go to find someone's account and message them or their assistants. So
my question is, you guys write. How did you come up with the material for the shows? Like, do you base it off of like your own personal life experiences, or how does that come about? Your creativity whenever you're putting that together.
Well, it's a mixture of both. So most of the time, we have like, what do you call it? Brainstorming, where we sit down, we talk about different scenarios, or we will even ask people that we know of different scenarios that they've been through, and kind of piece it together and morph it into a story.
And you can you can also use just sometimes you can use imagination. You can even see other things that have been done. So with the way Hollywood work as well, your show cannot just say, "Hey, this is a one of a kind show." It has to be a show that's been done before. So
Okay.
if you tell someone my show is a one of a kind, it's unique, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. So with that being said, our show is very similar to like shows like Dexter, You.
Yeah.
So those shows right there, so it falls right in line. So if you can see the way they're angling their episodes, they angle their show, you can pretty much figure out how you want your episodes to go as well. It's just different scenario, but pretty much the same like rise in actions and so forth. So we just have to figure out and how like if we relate it to what Black women are going through, or women in general, but specifically Black women every single day, and we take their experiences and we just put it into the story.
Any adversity? Because I know in Hollywood, it's just like the real world. Everything else, there's always going to be people hating on what you're doing, hating on what you're trying to put out there. Do you find that, you know, they may not make it easily seen, but is there any adversity that you met, you know, with production and everything, people trying to slow you down?
Oh yeah, so like I said before, we are just still in the the beginning phase of it. So we have a lot of adversity. So one of the adversity being experience. So you can have a show in Hollywood that's just trash and terrible, but if you look at the people behind it, they've been in Hollywood for 20 years. So the person who put that show on there, um, he or she have a lot of strings in Hollywood, and so that's what I meant about going back to the executive producer. So if we were able to get somebody like Mary J. Blige or uh, Jordan Peele, Lena Waithe, those kind of people behind this project, all they have to do is snap their fingers. But someone like us who are in the ground zero, trying to work our way up, it's a little harder to meet someone at their door, knock on their door because they're not going to open it. You know what I mean? So, but there's some adversity with that, but as far as the production itself, if we were when we do it ourselves, the one we just did the pilot, I don't think I've seen too many adversity. Bobby.
I mean, in the acting portion of it, let's say I've done a lot of commercial work. I've done some stuff on TV shows. I will say there is adversity. For me specifically, I'm a Black female. I'm a dark-skinned Black female, and I do not have that straight look, or I don't have that really curly look, that acceptable look. So I have a lot of issues there where I'm always the token Black woman. I know I'm not there because they're looking for my type. I'm there because they need to make sure they have their quota, like, to be honest. And so starting there, that's a bit of a fight, and that can be discouraging, and almost to the point where you're like, you don't want to do this anymore. But I realized I had to keep pushing forward, and also just transitioning into doing it ourselves is like we had to create this platform ourselves. If we're going to sit here and get all these pushback, we'll make it ourselves, and we'll put ourselves up there where we're in somebody's face. So I don't know how many people we got to go to, but we're going to go to them people, knock on their damn doors. They may not open it, but somebody going to open it. We're going to keep knocking until do what we got to do. But it's really just a push. It really is just a push. There's adversity, but fuck it. We're not giving up.
Most definitely. One of our guys in the chat got a question for you, man. Shout out to Brother Jay Blaze. What's up, boy? He said, is there a particular audience that you are focused on, or are you working towards a broader audience when it comes to your films and craft?
Great question.
Good question. So as I mentioned before, the thing about this business is, and this is why I say you can't say your show is unique, because they won't know who the demographic are. So with that being said, I believe people who are the psychological thrillers, Black women, women in general, so same fan base that loves shows like You, movies like Promising Young Woman, people like who love Insecure. Those are our demographic. Those are who we are trying to reach, our audience. Now, anything you put out there, there's nothing in this world that everybody could agree on that they love, even Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? So there will be people who don't like the show based on what it stands for, and there will be people who love the show based on what's going on. So our demographic will always be toward the ones that's already established, which was, again, I mentioned, between Dexter and you. So yeah.
Okay, I got another one for you guys from Marquise Judge. This is our producer. Shout out to King Judge. He said, how do you express your creativity when you have to model your show on other shows?
Right, that's a great question. So I'll answer this, and then Bobby can. So the way I would express my creativity is other people. We gain creativity. We gain knowledge and stories from everybody. So everybody has a unique story. For example, a woman who's been in a relationship is different from another person. She's dealt with different stuff. So we still can utilize the story, even though. Let me backtrack. So as long as we're being authentic to what the story is, we'll be able to be creative within that realm. The only thing that will have to be similar to shows is the progression of the show. So what that means is you can't have a TV show and give everything in the beginning, the first episode. No one will want to come back. You know what I mean? But you have to prolong everything all the way to the end of the season to know what's going on. So that's what I mean by similar to shows. So on You, if you watch, and I mentioned that you see the first person get killed, then the second, then you try to figure out what's going on. When is he going to get his goal? Same thing here. We have our main character. She does her thing, and you want to know when is going to be her goal. So we can't just tell you her goal in the beginning, but everything in between, we have to piece together with our own creativity.
Okay.
So I guess I would put it with the idea of like, there's nothing new under the sun. So it's like, just because someone wrote a book doesn't mean that you can't write a book, because yeah, they wrote a book, but you'll write a book too. But your book may have some similar ideas or situation, but it's different because it's new to you. It's new. It's coming out of you. So I think of it in that aspect. So yeah, You has this whole concept of, serial killing, and we're kind of going with that same idea, but it's different because it's coming from the perspective of like Black woman that you don't get to see a lot of times. Like, even if you do research, how many Black female serial killers do you even know about? All you know about are well, not really, unfortunately, are the white ones. You know about Dahmer, about Gracie, you know about them. So it's just because it's already done doesn't mean it's not going to be new to you.
Yeah, just to go piggyback off that too, you see, if you have two people in jail, they're both in jail for murder. They're both sentenced to 60 years, but if you talk to them, the way they got there is completely different.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how and within that whole realm is how we be creative.
Okay. Brother Jay Blaze got another question. He said, how much time do you spend creating and marketing in your craft, film work, and do you have a second job to support you while you're doing so? I'm sure this is very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a sugar daddy, and
she's stupid.
You laughing?
You laugh, but well, I'm kidding.
You see the look on my face, right? I wasn't ready for that. I'm like, what?
And she kept a straight face when she was saying,
"Man, y'all live in Atlanta, you know how it goes, right?"
Hey,
C.K, right?
No, actually, I do have a second job. God has blessed me with a work from home job. I actually work for a news station here in Orlando. I have a background in journalism, so that's what supports me on the side. So it's great because now that I work from home, I have the opportunity to work on my craft on the side, and I can go straight from work right into my craft. So that's something you got. You really gotta take some time, and it's a lot of dedication and sleepless nights to really push to push for your dream and to have the time to do it and take the time to do it. Because sometimes you can get very lazy and you're like, I can do it tomorrow. But he tells me all the time, what ways today to push your dreams. So I kind of focus on that.
I think what as long as when you're doing something as a hobby, you can easily lose if your craft become bad, you start losing your craft, you start losing your motivation for it. Anytime you're doing something for strictly for a hobby or strictly you can lose it. But when you're doing something because you're passionate about it, it's very easy. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I find time easily to write, to contact, to to do certain things. And then I do have a second job, but that job is plan B. I'll always stick to my writing. And then on top of that, we have great support, like the main part of doing a project, a production, is to find funding. That's the first thing you want to do. You can write, that'd be cool too, but find the funding once you're done with the project. And so we found good funding for our project that allow us that also paid us what we were doing. You know what I mean? So I think that was very important for us. And now we're in a season where we're just kind of, I'm not saying waiting, we're more so planning and trying to do all the networking, coordinating. So that's where we are now. So we're able to work and do that. But when the time comes for us to get back to work and we are on the platform, best believe that's our main job.
Right.
That's our main goal. That's where we get paid. So to anybody out there who's trying to figure out how to do both, I think again, first try to figure out if this is your passion, and if it's or your hobby. If it's just your hobby, you're gonna struggle, because you're gonna always be like, I don't really.
You can get lazy, yeah. You definitely feel lazy and want to put it off for tomorrow. But I think another thing, not only that, it's very important to have a strong support system. At least one person or that can really support you in your goal and help, push you forward. Because, like I said, it can get very discouraging. It's a hurry up and wait game in this. You could, like you said, you could be waiting for a week. You could be waiting for 10 years. I don't know if you ever heard the story of the gentleman who wrote his Gamut. He had to wait 25 years before the story even got picked up. So, you really need a good support system. So I will say my friend Kenny is a really great support system for me to push me to make sure I know, like, remember what your goals is and remember where you want to go. Like, this is not your end all be all. Don't let this little moment make you think just because you get some change that this is where you want to be. You want to be there. So keep what you go. So again, like I said, make sure you have a great support system behind you because that's really going to help you.
Most definitely. We got a question from Just Chase. What up, bud? How you doing tonight? He say, what are some projects we can look out for?
Yeah, so we have a series on YouTube called Drop. And again, at the top of everything, the most important thing is getting Honey Lemon out there. But until then, we're doing another series that'll be on YouTube as well called BDSW. That'll probably be out in September. It's on our YouTube page. And then I'm going to film a feature film. The thing about film versus TV, movies are much easier. Like you can film it like it's much easier. There's hardly any red tapes really when you're doing film. Movies, it's the TV side that's very difficult. So with that being said, we'll be doing some movies April coming up in the spring, and yeah.
And that was going to be one of my questions, like which one was harder, TV or film? Because Pavi, I know you do theater too, right?
I do. I definitely do theater as well. I think theater probably would be my hardest because theater is like, it's right there. You only get one chance and you're in front of a live audience. So you jack something up. You better have some great improv skills because them people gonna pick up on it, especially with black people. For example, I did a play a few years back, and one of the gentlemen on stage, he didn't bring extra clothes, so he was wearing the same outfit the entire play. Everybody's like, "Damn, baby, you don't wash your clothes. You don't got no clothes. They didn't get you nothing." It didn't even flip it inside out. You would think he put a rag on, a scarf or something. No, baby didn't know. So like, when you mess up, you mess up. But you know what? It's a part of the game. It happens, but at the same time, that's also what is fun about it. So Yeah, I guess, yeah, and for TV and film, you have the opportunity to stop and go. You have the opportunity to change it up, give another option to deliver to the audience. But yeah, definitely, yeah, when it comes to live stage, it ain't no joke. But it's a lot.
And on the other side, the slash writing side of it, TV is way difficult than anything. TV is like probably the only place where you would need someone, because I can film a movie right now. It could be like one of the PI movies you've seen, Love for Sale, whatever you've seen. I could probably film that for $40,000 or even cheaper, and then on Tubi and make that back twice. Make $100,000 right away. So, and I tell y'all guys, if y'all know someone who's filming something, a movie, you could back it up, because on Tubi you can guarantee, you probably make that money right back, especially if it's like a budget of 50,000 or lower. Anyways, but now with TV, and the difference between TV and film is like trying to sell your CD out of your trunk. You know what I mean? You can do that anywhere, but movie is like trying to ask somebody to come to your house and watch something with you. So it's hard to get somebody to say, I'm gonna come to your house. They go like, nah, I ain't coming to your house, So everybody is out on the side of the street, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk to the kids or somebody that's just getting started in the arts.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know where to start. They know they want to do it. They know this is what they want to look at getting into. What would be your advice from somebody square one that wants to go and follow this, and they can identify that this potentially is a passion?
Yeah. I would tell them do it. So if they want to be a writer, start writing. Just start writing. You not doing it for a specific reason. Just doing it because you want to figure out this is what I love. I would say the same thing about acting, but it could be different as well. But for writing, you start writing and writing and writing. And look, also, I tell a lot of people this: if you want to do something, you have to be in it. If you want to be a real estate agent, you have to be looking at market. You have to be looking at the homes. If you want to be an artist, you have to be doing it. If you want to be a writer, a film, a screenwriter, you have to be watching movies. You have to be watching the TV shows you want to write about. So that's another thing I'll tell someone, a kid who, or a grown adult, whoever who wants to do something, be in it. Start watching and what you want to do, and then start writing. And then as you continue to write, whatever it is you're doing, as you continue to do it, it becomes innate to you, and you start saying, okay, this is really what I want to do. Or you figure out, hey, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things I learned from Jay-Z, I got from Jay-Z. Jay-Z says straight up, like, if you become successful when you find out your gift, your niche, your talent or skill, and you stick with it for the rest of your life. That's it.
Real talk.
I guess on the acting end, I'll tell you what one thing a gentleman told me. I still work in radio, and the gentleman said, I don't care what you got to do, get in the door. If you have to take out the trash, if you're the janitor, so what? At least you're a janitor at a radio station, or you're a janitor at a news station, or you're a janitor at a production company. Just get in the door. That would be the first thing I would say for anyone, to get in that door. And then from there, like when it comes to acting, I would say try some student films. I mean, that's the best way to, get in there. There's, like, for example, here in Orlando, there's Full Sail. They're always doing acting, recruiting actors, or UCF, go over to the colleges and try to, just do an audition, and just keep doing it. And again, like you said, if you love it, it's just going to naturally come to you, because there's so many people out there who could do this, but they don't. You can take acting classes, you can do all this stuff, but if it's not in you, for you, it's not your gift. It's just not your gift. But like I said, just get in the door, keep practicing it. Go find acting schools. Not really. Well, actually, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't necessarily say go to the acting school, because a lot of times you have to be very careful, because a lot of them are not really teaching you what you'll get hands-on an actual set. So I would say probably take like a short workshop at first. Once you realize that this is something you like to do, take a workshop and see if you can find agents. They're going to start putting you on like like clockwork. You're going to be getting on sets, and then from there, you're going to learn that hands-on experience on what you want to do. And if you can handle being on set for 12 hours, not do anything, believe me, this is for you.
Just Chase had a question. He said, who were some of your inspiring writers, actors, and actresses coming up?
It's a lot of people. You know, my whole college life, I didn't really watch TV like that. So I started really watching, like I tell people, I didn't even watch The Wire. You know what I mean? And everybody like, damn, how you didn't watch The Wire? So but I saw Breaking Bad, and the dude, I forgot his first name, but Gilligan, his last name. He wrote the Breaking Bad. He wrote Saul, Better Call Saul. So he's one of the people that I follow because his shows are like really amazing, but they look like real life. They're not, you know, I'm not really into the, you know, period movies or, you know, crazy stuff like that. So I like watching shows that like resemble real life. So I like him. I also like people I just started finding out that I like later on in life. Like there's a guy named Samart Williams. He wrote for Martin. He wrote for Jamie Foxx show. He wrote for Being Mary Jane. And then just some of the others that have done movies. Like, I mean, I like Spike Lee, of course. And there's a lady named Gina By the Woods. She did Disappearing Act and Loving Basketball. So it's a bunch of people I follow that I'm just like, you know what? I like the way they're doing their writing. I love their style. So yeah.
I would say Viola Davis is someone that is very inspiring to me. We recently saw her trailer for the movie she's coming called The Woman King. And I hate to bring a woman's age, but I looked at her age and it's like, you know what? You see how old she is. She's not, I don't want to say old, but you see the age range that she's in, but she's still pushing. She's still making movies. She's still on the top of her game. I recently saw a documentary with Tina Turner. If you realize that she really didn't start getting the fame that she did until she got into her 40s. So people like that who are older, because I'm getting into this when I'm a little bit older, because a lot of times being on front of the camera, they want to get you as soon as you come out your mama's front. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, you can't even, have a childhood because they want to get you so early. So for me, a lot of men and women who are older in the game is really who inspire me. So definitely Tina Turner, Viola Davis, and especially Issa Rae as well, because she's someone that, she did this herself. She didn't ask, she didn't go to nobody at first. She really started doing her own work and performing in front of the camera and behind the camera first. And then look where she is now. So
right,
people to really look forward to, and I'm excited to see where they're going to go from here. And I can't wait to get to that point, so I can be encouraging to other men and women out there.
You both going to get there, most definitely. If you're just joining the show tonight, we got Pavi Vega and C.K. Mulfort in the building.
It's you talk, baby.
It's you talk, baby. We're in the building, man. Blaze had a question. He wanted to know, do you have the support of your family, and do you guys have kids while you're doing this?
No,
no kids.
We don't have no kids. I don't have any kids. And yeah, my family support me. And by support, I don't mean financial. It's just more so like, hey, keep on doing it. Like, what's the next? Always figuring. They motivate me just by asking me what you're up to. Just checking in on it. I'm already motivated, but they add the extra motivation to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely. And my family is 110%. No matter what, big or small, they're always there. Like, what do you got going on next? That's my mom's always like, that's my baby. That's my baby. She's always in the showing people my old commercials, like the commercials that still air that are like, I feel like they're 20 years old. She's still showing people like, oh my God, that's my baby. Like, it came on this way. But yeah, definitely got that support system. And no kids. It'd be nice to have them, but baby, it's nice to get up and go when you want to.
That's the truth.
I ain't got nobody looking at me like I'm hungry. I'm like, baby, well, I'm hungry too. We both starving. Shit.
I heard that.
Gotta eat.
What you got, Frank? Yes, he is.
What? Just like I said, man, I'm just taking it all in, and like I said, I'm very much impressed by the fact that it's just another alternative. I mean, I just love, like Devin will tell you, man, we talk all the time, and it's like when you can bring another element to our people and our culture that is not widely known or not widely utilized. It's just a beautiful thing, because we got to break that stereotypical mold that we're only limited to do certain things. And I mean, what y'all are doing is just, man, big shout out. What's the bigger picture moving forward? Like the broader spectrum rather. What do you see, like, say, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line? What are you hoping to have accomplished by then?
Yeah, man, that's a good question. For me, I want to create something that you have kids?
Yes.
Yeah, mine are
I have
grown.
2
I
girls.
got a grandkid now.
I got a
Grandkid. All
I
right,
got an
cool.
8 and a 10-year-old. 2
All right,
girls.
I want to create something that your kids could be talking about the same way we talk about, like, Martin. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's like,
Yes.
so that's the only thing for me. It's like creating certain things that can leave a footprint in the community, whether it be the women community, Black community, community of Florida, wherever we'll get out of it. So and then for me, just going down the line, I want to put out 3 shows, have 3 series going, seasons 8 on all 3 of them. I'm going to be like Shonda Rhimes, Lena Waithe. You know what I mean? Have and also at the same time produce movies that are very impactful.
I would say down the line, I'll be an EGOT. Okay, I'm gonna win that Emmy. I'm gonna win a Grammy. I can't sing for shit, but don't worry. I'm gonna get a Tony. I'm gonna have all of that. I'm gonna definitely create a generational wealth for my children. So even if I really don't want them to get into this field, but if they do, they'll have the opportunities. Like, honestly, like those white people do. Like, they're gonna be able to have that nepotism and be like, well, my mama's this, so I'm gonna be able to get to do that. So yeah, why not? I want to also be able to, like he said, especially in the Black community, see that we're not just one-sided. We're not all from those. We're not all from this particular area. We're not all from a hardship background. I want to be able to put something out there that a lot of our people can strive for and know that they can make it there. They know that they can touch it because they saw me, they saw Kenny, they saw you guys do it. I want to put that out there to know, like, 20 years down the road, it's not going to be this hard for us because we're going to have our own. We're going to have our own Hollywood that we don't have to even worry about somebody discriminating against us because there's going to be an opportunity no matter what.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Just Chase say, who would you like to work with in the future in film and acting?
Yeah.
Ooh, let me see. Let me talk about Lance Gross. I would like to do a scene with him. Definitely Denzel. Let me get a piece of Denzel. I'm trying to get Kenny to write a scene. I mean, Johnny Depp, because it's Johnny Depp, because he's so sweet and nice. Let me see.
CK, how you deal with that?
Let me see who else is out there. You know what? I'll just saw Captain America. I was just watching all the Marvel movies. I give you like a little chocolate in his. Okay, let me get a piece of him.
Oh, now you like white men?
I ain't saying I don't like white men, but look here.
You
look
heard
here.
It,
Look
you
here.
heard it. You heard
it. I named Black. He's cute. I'll take a piece of him. So, but yeah, on all honesty, I would definitely love to work with Viola Davis. That's someone that I'm like, I know is gonna pull something out of me that I probably would never even knew I could get out of me. And also William Dafoe. Like, I watched him in Spider-Man, and I don't know if you guys know Doc Saints. Like, he is an amazing actor, and I would love to work with him.
Yeah.
What about you, CK?
I definitely wouldn't want to work with someone like Jordan Peele.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to work with Jordan Peele. It's so many people that I would want to work with. But as far as actors out there, I'm not really someone who's big on certain actors. But I think selfishly, I would work with Shannon Thornton. I don't know if y'all watch. You know who that is? That's the girl from P Valley, Mississippi.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to stop watching that though, man. P Valley getting a little crazy for me, CK, man. I got a homeboy that
I haven't watched it either. Everybody's saying that. They say everybody. I haven't seen it. But yeah, as crazy as it sounds too, I would work with 50. Everybody said don't work with 50, but I would work with 50. I would work with people like there's a bunch of guys out there who are showrunners and producers. Even Kelsey Grammer, he's a big time producer. I would work with him and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
So let me ask y'all a question. Like when you're filming these series, like how long does it take to like actually like film? Like, do you film like start in the morning and does it like take all day to like film like one series? Or how does that work? Like how long are you on the set when you're filming?
Well, we'll tell you this: the pilot we just filmed, we probably put a total of well over 100 hours on it, and that was just for one episode. So, and it took 7 days, right? So typically a production can be anywhere from 3 to 4 months, from 2 to 4 months. And again, this is why I say TV is much more difficult, because you can end up doing something in episode 7 and say, you know what, let's change it. So once you do that, you have to go change episode 1 and 2. You have to change things all along the line. So that's why it's always key to make sure you love the script and you don't change anything. However, with TV or movie, you can film something in 3 days and be done, you know?
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so for us, it took us 7 days to film the pilot episode, which comprised of 58 minutes.
Man.
Yeah.
What you got, Frank?
Oh man, I'm just taking it all in, man. I'm just seeing big things on the
It's
horizon.
crazy.
Like you can tell, you can hear the determination, and it's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah,
Definitely.
Hey, Frank, you a fan too?
What's that?
Are you a fan of Miami too?
Lifelong, and I'm in Louisiana, so I'm around all this purple and gold.
Bobby! Throw it up!
Ever since I was a kid, man. Born and raised, man.
Yeah, hey man, that's all I do around here. So like, I think I would get more riding done if it was not for Miami.
I've already invited them up here to the bash on November the 11th for the
cool
Utah Hurricane bash.
Cool.
Come on up.
This year, we say.
Oh.
Yeah,
definitely. So we're gonna hold y'all.
They lost, so I don't know nothing. I mean, every time I've seen him watching, I'm like, are they winning? They ain't winning. So I don't know nothing about football, so baby, I don't want. He was like, what?
It was never because of talent. We know that much. Miami.
Say it. What you think about this year, CJ? CK, you think we bite? You think we bite this year, CK?
I think we definitely have no reason not to at least play in the championship. Talent-wise, I don't see how you have Clemson, right? And I don't see anything about North Carolina State. But like if you go down the line outside of the D line, I think Miami. Not D line, linebacker. I don't see how any squad really beat Miami. Like if you take Clemson's quarterback, Clemson's running back, Clemson's wide receiver, toe to toe, we go for them. And then you flip it on the other side. Cornerback, we have Stevenson and Porter should be able to, like, we should have man-to-man power for everything. Now, the only problem is for the U is depth, right? If we lose John Campbell, if we lose Zion Nelson, it's a wrap, because there's nobody really behind them. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why if you look at this current draft, this current recruiting class, Miami's going 7 deep probably on O-line, and all them boys going to start next year.
Oh yeah,
Yes, definitely. What do you think about Mario? Mario Cristobal is our coach now. We got somebody that know what they're doing now, man.
Wow.
Look at Pavi. Pavi like,
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been a pleasure. I don't want to hold y'all all night, but I appreciate you guys coming on, man. Most definitely. And You Talk family, let's give them a round of applause, man. Pavi Vega.
I gotta follow you guys. I didn't know about this page. You guys cover Miami stuff too?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, yeah. Appreciate this.
Send me after the show, send me your address and everything. I want to see you some stuff out too, bud.
All right.
Some shirts. Y'all give me your sizes and everything. Probably I got work I give for the ladies too and shirts too. So just send me your size and Definitely, man.
Out.
Y'all tell everybody where they can find you at too, man, because we're gonna definitely be following you guys.
Yeah. Super.
Oh, you can find me at It's Vega Love on Instagram and Pavi Vega on Facebook.
Yeah, and I'm C.K. Mulfort, M as in Mary, U-L-F as in Frank, O-R-T, so C.K. Mulfort. And you can catch me on my website, www.ckmulfort.com. Also, we have a Honey Lemon series page. You can follow that. And also for a lot of you guys who probably watch this and you're like, oh, I want to start acting. I'm looking to, get people who are thespians and say, I want to try it. And even get like a small extra part, you know what I mean? That's the kind of people I want to, expose. So yeah, follow that page.
Most definitely. And then when you guys get that information, give it to us and we'll put it up on our platforms.
Real.
And we'll definitely promote it to let everybody know what's going on.
All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys, man. So look, now we do something, CK. Over here, Pavi, we do something. Y'all got to do it with us now, man. Whenever it's time to get out of Larry. You know where I'm going, Larry. You know where I'm going.
Well, D, look, D, look.
Just follow suit. Just watch, y'all.
Okay.
My computer wouldn't boot up, so I had to do it on my phone. So I had to halfway do it because I'm holding my phone.
Okay.
But I'm gonna still do it.
Yeah. You ready, Larry? You ready?
I'm ready.
Y'all know how we start every show, and y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us. Throw it up, CK. Pavi, come on.
You.
It's you.
Without you, baby.
All right.
Appreciate you guys. Salute, man. Hey, y'all get me that information. I want to put you guys some stuff in the mail, man. We love y'all. Good luck on everything that you do, and we're going to be in touch.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
All right.